Hello? Y'all know I gotta act goofy. Okay. I am Faye Bryant, and I'm here with another daily devotion. It's good to have you. Before I get started, though, let me cover a couple of things. First of all, I would love it if you would share this so that your friends and family and others will also get to benefit from looking at the word and how it applies to their lives. So hit the share button, let folks know. Even if you're watching on replay, it'll go to them too. Okay. Um, Introducing myself. I am Faye Bryant. I am an author, coach, and speaker who helps individuals escape the lies of the enemy, live into God's truth, and build a better life by first feeling, dealing, and healing their way from a abused past into a stuck future, or and toward a deeper path of purpose. Yeah, and into the unhackable life of their chosen legacy. I help people move from past into real life through recovery coaching. I offer that recovery coaching, whether self-study, a group journey, or hand in hand. 3 levels for each of these variants of coaching that I do. The second is deeper path purpose coaching, helping you understand your why. Why are you here? Why do you exist? Why were you created? And what you can do about it. How you can discover it or recover it, understand what it is you're supposed to be doing in life, and how you can start doing that. Yes, and then the unhackable life. So many times we get started out on something we know we're supposed to be doing, and then hit the brakes, everything stops, or even worse, it's completely derailed. There is a way to understand what's happening and how to keep it from happening. And I can help with that. The Unhackable Life. If you want to check those out, look here at faybryant.com and check out the information available there. And listen, as I'm talking, which I'm going to do a lot of, I tend to do that. Be sure and drop some comments. Let me know what you're thinking. I'd love to hear from you. I would love it. Okay. Today, we are looking at Psalms 91, 1 and 2. Those who live in the shelter of the Most High will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty. This I declare about the Lord. He alone is my refuge, my place of safety. He is my God, and I trust him. Let's talk. It is in God's shadow, in this nearness to him, that we experience rest, real rest from anxiety, fear, enemies, stress, all the things that tire us and sap our energy and crush our spirits. Now, it's not necessarily a lying down rest. It's a peaceful rest in the midst of our goings on, in the midst of our doing. We must choose to take shelter in him, to remain shadow distance from him and experience this rest found nowhere else. Like the psalmist, we need to make these declarations. God alone is my refuge. God alone is my place of safety. God is my God. I trust God. These declarations remind us and the watching world, both physical and spiritual, that we are not God. We are not refuge, safety, or trustworthy. We are not to be worshiped. These remind us to step completely off the throne of our lives and to see him as sovereign. So often, we release the rule of our lives to God, only to go back and try to scoot onto the throne beside him, thinking we can take control, taking more and more of it until we edge him off the throne of our lives. We must give him control, let go, and leave it that way. But that's so hard. We are so independent. We are strong. We can handle. No, No, we can't. As I compared the versions of these verses, I realized something. In the original Hebrew, 4 names of God are used. Elyon, meaning God on high. Shaddai, self-sufficient, protector, almighty. Adonai, master, Lord. And Elohim, the derivative, Elohai, infinite, powerful, creator. One God, seen in all these ways. This is the God we trust to control our lives, the only God who is able to do so. Let's work at stepping off the throne of our lives and allowing the one who is fully able to rule it. Let's not step back up to it, except to worship and honor him, rebuking the thought of, I've got this, and instead seeking him for everything, even the little things that we think we shouldn't bother him for. Coffee, Bible, journal. I'm saying I don't know about you, but I have done this thing of saying, okay, God, you sit on the throne. You sit right there on the throne. You are God. You are king. You are sovereign over my life. And then the next thing you know, I'm up there like, okay, scooch over, God. I can, yeah, let me have just part of this. And let me have part of this. Oh, scooch over and make a little more room. What is up with that? Every time we think, when a situation comes along and we think, oh, I got this, we're saying, I don't need you, God. When the actual opposite is true. Folks, we need him for every breath. We do. The oxygen that goes in, the carbon dioxide that comes out, the function of our lungs, everything. We need him just to do those things that we don't have to think about, much less to handle the things that we do have to think about. Right? I ain't got this. I don't have it. I can't do it. We like to be independent, though. We sure do. We like to think we can handle anything. I'm good. I'm good. No, I don't need help. I'm good. I'm okay. I got this. It's okay, I guess, to say it to humans. We should never say it to God. Put him on the throne and then don't walk up to the throne other than to be bowing to him. Don't walk up and think you're going to scooch him over. No scooching. Okay. All right. I found it so interesting that these 4 names of God were used throughout this verse. It's essentially, the way I remember it, it said it would be those who live in the shelter of Elyon, God on high. Those who live in the shelter of Elyon will find rest in the shadow of Shaddai. This I declare about Adonai. He alone is my refuge, my place of safety. He is my Elohim, and I trust him. I think it's important to recognize this because it shows us that this is the fullness of God that we are talking about. So many times in scripture, we are looking at one aspect of him, one characteristic, one attribute. But here, we are looking at 4. It's all the same God, but I think that the writer of this psalm, David, wanted us to recognize that this is the fullness of God that we are trusting in. It's not just one section. It's not just one attribute. It's not one aspect. It's all of him. It is the entirety of God that we are trusting. It is the entirety of God that we are resting in. I don't know about you, but I get excited about that. Mainly because I often need this reminder that he is so much bigger than just provider. He is so much more than healer. He is the God who sees me, you, that one who's hurting, that one who is wounded, that one who is joyful, that one who is excited with life. He sees you. He is so much more than any one of those alone. So this verse reminds us that the shelter of the Almighty, the shelter of El Elyon, is the shelter that we are living in, that is the shadow of the Almighty El Shaddai. See, we're not just, we're looking at his fullness, and we're resting in his peace. And we are claiming that he is Adonai, he is master, he is Lord. He gets to be the controller, the ruler, the sovereign. We are giving ourselves up to him. Oh, boy, I don't know about you guys, but that just, it brings me to tears, because there's a joy and there's a humility that's saying, I haven't been doing that all the time. And so I recognize that I need to make some changes. I need to recognize him as so much more. I need to stop putting him in a box. I need to stop keeping him in a book. Yeah. I don't know about anybody else, but this one's talking to me. Whew. So this is the challenge today. As I said, let's step off the throne. Let's get off of it. It's not ours to sit on. It's not ours to sit on. We have to surrender. Y'all know that's my favorite word. We have to surrender. We have to give up control, step back, and not try to take it back. Hard, huh? You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. I do. Better than that, God himself, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Adonai, Elohim, believes in you. And he is for you. Yes, he is. Thank you for joining me, for looking at scripture and how we can apply it to our everyday walking around right here, right now lives. Thank you. If you're watching on YouTube, I would invite you to click over here and hit the button to subscribe to my channel. Be sure to hit the bell so you get notifications when these go live. Now, go wherever God leads. Do whatever God says. Be who God made you to be. Until next time, I'm Faye Bryant. Bye.